Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Advanced Wars Days of Ruin Tiny Wars replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the green Hawke, we got SylerSK. Spawn on top left side as the dark gray Isabella, we got EvilAnge. Isabella, of course, is nerfed with the cartridge counterpart, has standard boarding cost, 2 radius, 30, 60, 60. As all units get plus 10% offense, plus 10% defense, and of course in the super, all units get a plus 2 movement range. And of course, all indirect units get a plus 1 indirect range. Hawke is, of course, technically a custom CO in Days of Ruin, Tiny Wars. You get a standard boarding cost, 2 radius, 30, 70, 120, 120 for the max energy. Get standard plus, get the plus 1% offense, plus 10% defense for all units. Of course, you get the effect of Black Wave consuming 50 energy, and you get Black Storm for 100 energy, which is less than the maximum of 120, so you can get a bit of an extra power charge going. This map all starts you off with a good number of properties, so it's a bit more bike opener map. You also do start out with an airport as well. Bike infantry. Very different in music. Of course, that's Isabella in a nutshell. I'm always surprised how her music theme is in this game. It makes absolutely no sense. Bike. Pike infantry. Hawke can afford to tank this turn, but of course he would be base skipping. He does go for artillery unit instead. As well as 13,000 funds, which can afford to tank this turn and not be base skipping. Tank bike. You'll likely seal the tank. In terms of capture there. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good explanation. And Hawke is the only one of the few, actually, never mind, in the not Days of Ruin series, Hawke is effectively the only one who's ever killed another CO. He killed Stern, and also killed Von Bolt, right? Of course, in Days of Ruin, we know Lynn killed Greyfield. Cyrus was technically not a CO in Days of Ruin, but did die. Calder, I think he just blew up with the nest. He went down the ship. Will did not kill him, right? Can't remember. Oh yeah. Yeah, right, possibly. To be honest, he's like the most forgettable CO in all of Advanced Wars. I think Davis is more memorable than Jake in most situations. He and, of course, the Beast are both also technically COs. Isabella does get the strike there, has 10 energy. Hawke right now has 0 energy, but there's a lot of targets in front of him. He has a target-rich environment. He may will strike the artillery, but it's getting out of max range. Decides to go up north. Some good hits there, up to 14 energy. Drops the capture, artillery covering it as well. Battlecopter, infantry, mech. But then again, I think Cole is also pretty forgettable as a CO. Yeah, Cole is also pretty forgettable. Artillery there, good number of forces there. 1 tank, just 2 tanks, so Hawke has a good position, though Isabella does have a good amount of bikes there. Good strike there, up to 21 energy, get some good damage going. Do have another battlecopter, more infantries, and he has a good number of mechs, which are slow to advance, but they're pretty good. Good shot there. Mech tank. So both sides going with a good number of mechs on a map that's pretty wide open and slow for mechs. No ATRs in the field, which means Isabella's going to have trouble versus the battlecopters. 3 battlecopters, and Hawke is exploiting the fact that Isabella has no ATRs to stop these battlecopters. At this point in time, Isabella needs to go for a duster. Dusters wouldn't be half bad choice as well. There's a good number of infantry on the field for the Dusters strafe as well. ATR. Mech also pulled in the field. Helicopters getting some good damage up north. Does normally enter the range of artillery. Does hit the artillery as well. Hawke's on a 62 energy. He can pull out Black Wave next turn. It'd be a good idea to get as much power charge before firing off Black Wave. Just so he can, well, get more power charge. That's something that it does matter in this game as well. There's very low COs in this game we have to worry about getting power charge, because most of them only have a superpower. Most COs don't even have a power of any sort, and some of them have the same cost of the power and superpowers as the Beast. Is that a battlecopter in range for anti-air? Does launch the power at the end of the turn. Very nice. Tank infantry. Getting some damage down there. Getting some power charge going. She almost has enough for a superpower. Just 3 more energy, which is pretty easy to get. All the Hawke needs to deny superpower is to pull back these units away from the CO zone, forcing it to push forward. That can delay the superpower by a turn. Yeah, Hawke should just fall back away from this aura, because Isabella's superpower would give her +2 movement range, which is very important. Either delete or fall back these units. I suppose one health infantry unit can stay on the front line. It's of course will get one power charge. There we go. She does. Hawke does pull back. Very good. Isabella just needs to creep a little bit forward. Has a little bit more than little. She's charging on in. Gets some good strikes there. The next turn she will have her power. She can start prepping some units on the flank to get the +2 movement range. Good counterattack there by Hawke, which will greatly blunt Isabella's superpower next turn. Multiple anti-airs on the field, but they will be ranged by the superpower. And since most of the tanks, the strong units, are knocked out, charging forward will be quite detrimental, and not to mention there's a good number of mechs for the counterattack. Pops her superpower. A lot of mercs there. 2 battlecruisers will go down. Tank will strike tank. Infantry will strike infantry. Mech sprints across the river and hits the yeah, the +2 range of the mechs is quite good. So that unit there. Start capturing the front and flip that property. Machine gun bullets there. Does hit the tank there. Artillery just advance way forward. The reinforcements come in fast, pretty quickly. So that unit there, tank, bike, and no infantry. Artillery strikes artillery. Hawke has quite a bit of power charge can get this turn. So that tank there, so Isabella lost her command tank. RVCO this one right there. Battlecopter, infantry, artillery. Right now, Hawke is ahead by quite a bit of value. Isabella's very far behind. The superpower did a good job evening out, but still wasn't super great since she did take a lot of hits beforehand. Hawke has 42 energy. I will likely get a superpower next turn, just needs 6 more energy, or his power, not superpower. Decides not to either get power charge for the power. By merge 3 health, yeah, does merge right there. Get some machine gun rounds to the tank there. Isabella's not reloaded herself up to her tank just yet. Battlecopter, mech, bike, mech. Bike, infantry. Does pop the black wave. Of course, it does have now +20, +10 global. Good hits there. Mech's getting some great work done. Isabella doesn't have too much left on the field. Down to less than 40,000 versus 93,000. 109,000. It's not looking good for Isabella. She may just resign this turn. does get a good amount of power charge this turn, but there's so many mechs nearby, I don't think she'll stay alive. Another tank. She is on top of a wasteland, does give her 2 defense stars and then just 1. A lot of next builder shots there. There's another tank there. It looks like Isabella's command tank will stay up, just needs some more damage, and she get her superpower, which is actually probably likely. I see a healthy infantry unit there in range. But even if she does pop the superpower, won't accomplish all too much. Right now she's at 35,000 field versus Hawke's 86, plus his day-to-day. Pulls back the CO unit. This profit down right here, still despicably neutral. Isabella may pop her superpower this turn. It will have 2 anti-airs and a full health tank and an 8 health tank. This tank will probably be out of range of everything. It actually could engage this tank right there. She may pop her superpower. Does pop the superpower. Go bike does get a shot there. Did not take out the infantry unit there. This lead battlecopter. And both battlecopters do go down. Good damage there. Tank. Strikes the tank there. Mech going across the mountain. Mech bike. Artillery firing away. Takes out the 7 health tank. The Hawke has a super, or his regular power now available. Probably a good idea to maybe pop the power this turn. Does pop an end turn. Tank, infantry, battlecopter. Tank, mech, and infantry. Battlecopter, tank, infantry. Good shot there. Infantry does get a good pick. There's a lot of targets in front of her, so she gets some good power charge going, that's for sure. Another anti-air. Already at the 31 energy. Got a bit of some mech spam on the left side, which if you squeeze another superpower, they can at least sprint across in the mountains. Hawke can pop another power this turn, but already moved his tank. Good picks there. Anti-air. mech bike. And Isabella's tank, command tank, will go down. And Hawke has his superpower available. Let's pop the superpower. These units are 3% health, 1% health, 1% health. 1% units are guaranteed to die. Battlecopter, tank, infantry. And starting the HQ capture now, so next turn the game will be over. Just trying to go next turn. You now Duster there. And of course, this is going to be the end of the game. Just and capture HQ and end the game. That's Aaron Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.